Okay, we're back again. What am I experiencing right now? I have gone to another stage, another threshold. Okay, so at first I was getting my pineal gland loose enough to where it was pecking and moving in my head like a chicken. Then this pecking started to swell and get bigger after it got loose. I mean, you're talking about pecking with an iceberg on it. Still frozen, crackling, doing all these things. Now it's crackling and I can feel it pushing itself out of this little tiny space. What it feels like is my brain is being pushed through a tiny keyhole of sorts, if that made any sense at all. Like my brain is being pushed through a keyhole, and I can tell that once I make it through this tight little spot with all this pressure, I'm gonna come out on the other side a different being. My brain will be perceiving things in a different capacity. The pineal gland, what is its main function? Its main function is to control how you perceive your reality. That is its main function. So whether it be superpowers and the powers that you have conducted within that reality, I mean, it's amazing. It controls how you perceive reality, period. That is the smoking gun. So right now I'm at a point to where I've broken out of my pineal and prison cocoon. It's like a big giant iceberg, and the iceberg has the sun come in, and little by little it eats away and melts the ice, and the ice is pretty much essentially salt, phosphate, sugar, fluoride, fake calcium, the fake calcium that you find in the milk when it comes with extra calcium. You don't necessarily want that per se. Now, what is the most powerful suck your brain through the wormhole, eat the calcificated horrible prison cocoon off of your pineal gland time of the day? It is 12 o'clock. It is when the sun is most powerful, when you want to look up and you want to feel that presence hit you upside the head and leave you dizzy. If he's making you dizzy, then it's working. If he's making your head hurt in the center from staring at it through your eyeballs, which would not be the case because you would be presuming that your eyeballs will be melting out of your head because you believe that sun gazing will make you go blind, some of you. Nope, that's not what happens. It goes straight to the forehead, from the eyeball straight to the forehead, leaving the forehead swollen, leaving a crackliness, an aching in the forehead, which means it's burning and breaking out of this cocoon, which I have the experience to tell you that is exactly what happens. And mine is loose inside of my head, pecking around like a chicken, telling me what kind of beer to drink, what kind of anything I should be doing, or whatever. It just tells me whatever I want to know. Like almost like if I was playing cards and someone had a hand that I need to know, my pineal gland would tell me the future of his hand, so that way I could prepare myself. Very interesting. I've already done that before with yeah, it's very interesting. I did that in a convenience store once. But yeah, right now I feel like it's going through a corkscrew, a keyhole, a little tiny little point where my third eye is literally pushing out of its space, and it's cracking, and it's pushing through, and it's trying to get through, and it's trying to get through this little tiny little cocoon space that's open left. And once it does, oh my goodness, once this completely breaks off, it's going to be a brand new existence, a brand new perception of reality, a brand new series of protocols and rules within that reality that are ultra, boundless, limitless, and high sensory. All right, so stay tuned with me as I continue to bust through this. I'm literally pulling myself into this keyhole to pull myself back out like, like it's such a rush, sucking myself into this tight spot. Now, to imagine The pressure isn't pulling me inward, it's pulling me outward because the pineal gland is trying to break out of this. So the pressure is pushing out, and it's so strong, it's literally trying to, and it's going on forever and ever and ever and ever. It's amazing. This shit is like glue stuck to your third eye. It's just really strange. When it comes oozing out of your eyeballs, it is very sticky. It is very nasty, this stuff. Some kind of salt combination. It even came out from under my armpits where my lymph nodes were. And it was like a white milky sensation coming out from under my armpits. And I was like, what is this? Salt. So yeah, that's the key culprit, is the salt. And stay tuned, man. I'm about to push myself through this freaking keyhole here, and I'm going to see where it leads me, man. It is literally, it feels like my brain is being wrung out. But that means I'm going somewhere. I'm past a new threshold. I am going to crack this bad boy open, and I want you all to witness it and see what happens. All right? Stay tuned and stay awake.